Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss a critical essay by Tagore called Nationalism in India, which is also sometimes referred to as State and Society. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. Rabindranath Tagore was an Indian poet, philosopher, and the first Asian to be awarded a Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913 for his very collection of poems titled Gitanjali, also known as Song Offerings. He was a prominent Bengali figure in literature and a key player in the Bengal Renaissance. His work includes poetry, songs, essay, plays, and paintings. Nationalism in India by Rabindranath Tagore was written during a time when there was the sentiment of nationalism at its peak in India, particularly in response to the British colonial rule. Tagore's essay reflects on the complexities of the Indian society, its diversity, and the challenges faced in reconciling nationalism with the country's cultural and social fabric. The central message behind Rabindranath Tagore's writing of this essay is a critique of the narrow form of nationalism and a call for more exclusive, spiritually grounded approach to nationhood. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining cultural diversity while also striving for unity. And also he warns against the pitfalls of materialism and exploitation, especially during the British colonial rule. Now let me tell you a quick summary of what this essay includes, and this will help you better in your understanding and preparation of the topic. For convenience, I have divided it into these parts which you can see flashing on your screens. First is understanding India's social condition. So India's primary issue is not political but social, which is common among many nations. Unlike Europe, political dominance which was there due to historical circumstances, India on the other hand faced racial unity problem. India's struggle with race is parallel to America's issue with caste distinctions. To speak historically, the Indian saints preached unity amidst diversity, shaping the ethos of the nation. India's journey is similar to a global evolution. As the world shrinks, unity beyond politics is necessary. Cooperation and not competition is something which is essential for the global progress. What is the future vision? According to Rabindranath Tagore, he says that individuals possess both selfish and good kind instincts. Survival depends on fostering cooperation. The modern challenges demand a shift from the local to the global community. America, with its youth and openness, holds promise to have a bridge between the East and the West, and that is something that India also needs to do. It needs to open its mind to welcome freshness and change. To talk about the cultural reflections, India and America share a common mission of uniting diverse races. Blind imitation of the West will be a threat to India's cultural identity. So India should resist adopting Western civilization and Western culture completely. In this regard, Rabindranath Tagore critiques nationalism's focus on mechanical organization over moral growth. He says it is not something like a system which you establish and after that system has been established, the nation will be able to progress. No. He says that nationalism drains energy from higher moral pursuits. It leads to oppression and injustice. India's historical political movements lacked constructive ideals and they relied only on superficial demands, like perhaps if people wanted better clothing, good food to eat, because of that protests would happen, but there was real meaning which should be there in the sentiment of nationalism that was missing. So what is the path forward? He says that constructive work from within is crucial for the progress of the nation. Extremist movements which try to seek independence would ignore India's unique social challenges. So India must address its social weakness like the caste system so that it can foster self-respect and independence among its nation. Did you know 90% of you are watching the video and not subscribing? If you think this video is adding any value in your life, please hit the subscribe button. It is completely free. It will help our channel grow and make our team feel more motivated. In the second part of the essay, Rabindranath Tagore talks about India's diversity and vastness, which pose a challenge to the world at large. Unlike Europe's unity amidst diversity, India faces struggle because of the existence of different races who are all coexisting within one nation. India's historical approach to diversity has been one of tolerance, accepting differences in race and culture. The caste system, which is often criticized, emerged as an attempt to maintain social unity while also respecting diversity. That brings me to social unity and diversity, where Rabindranath Tagore says that India's caste system aimed to accommodate various races while maintaining social order. India's approach to trade and professions within castes aimed to remove any kind of competition, but it also stifled or came in the way of innovation and creativity, because if a person of a lower caste is perhaps working at a job which is not involving creativity, it could be a municipal corporation cleaner, so that person could also be creative, but because of the rigid caste system condition in India, the creativity got stifled. Next, he talks about the Western approach to race, where he says that Western nations, unlike India, resort to subjugation of alien races. That is, they do not allow the alien races to come over here, and they address racial harmony as the most important thing. The Western obsession with wealth and power also has led to exploitation and slavery. We have all seen that in the context of India as well, because they were hungry for wealth. India was drained of its wealth during the British colonial rule. Next, he critiques the Western civilization, where he talks about how their only target is economic gain. Political freedom without moral and spiritual freedom can lead to slavery. And who will practice this? The people in power are going to subjugate, are going to torture the people who are subordinate to them. So Indian nationalists often prioritize political freedom over addressing social deficiencies, ignoring the interconnectedness that is there between the social and the political issues. You cannot advance in the political sphere if you do not address social issues, because social issues arise from the society where people like you and I reside. So the belief in the perfection of ancient social systems hampers social progress and it blinds India. Next, British rule has suppressed Indian industries, leaving very little room for industrial growth and innovation. Modern commerce, which is driven by greed and lacks beauty, is a threat to humanity's moral and spiritual well-being. So, Rabindranath Tagore says that India must resist that spark and attractive nature of Western materialism, where people are running behind materialistic things. We need to adapt the world to align with India's ideals, which is very crucial to safeguard India's cultural and spiritual heritage. And lastly, he says that there is some hope for the future, because despite economic challenges, there remains hope for a harmonious humanity which will be beyond material wealth, and it will embrace spiritual fulfillment. So, to talk about the major themes of the essay, which could also be your takeaways, firstly, there is the point of cultural diversity and unity, where Tagore explores the tension between India's cultural diversity and the need for national unity, advocating for an inclusive approach to nationalism. Secondly, in this essay, He critiques the materialistic values of Western civilization and warns against the dangers of prioritizing wealth and power over moral and spiritual growth. Thirdly, Tagore emphasizes the importance of social cooperation and criticizes the economic systems that exploit and marginalize certain groups. And lastly, throughout the essay, we see how he stresses on the importance of spiritual satisfaction and fulfillment, and he warns against the pitfalls of prioritizing material gain over inner growth. So, overall, we could say that this essay provides a thought provoking critique of nationalism and materialism while advocating for a more holistic approach to nation building, which would be rooted in cultural diversity and spiritual values. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.